Hi, my name is Annie. I'm here today with my cameraman. Welcome to Tennessee. Today we are going to talk about pizza dough, how to make your own simple pizza dough that you do not need to knead or stir very much. We're going to start out with our water, 1.5 cups of water that is approximately 105 degrees. 105 degrees helps the yeast to proof, and you may need to use a thermometer if you're not very familiar with the water temperature. I used to not have my water be hot enough. I would do lukewarm water and my yeast would not proof properly. So try to get to about 105 degrees for your water. Then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of yeast, and you're simply going to let that sit and proof for 2 to 3 minutes. Our yeast has been proofing for a few minutes, and now we are ready to blend 4 cups of flour with a teaspoon of salt. We will pour our 4 cups of white flour and our teaspoon of salt and 1/4 cup of olive oil. That is what makes this dough so good, is 1/4 cup of olive oil. And leave your olive oil out because you'll be using a little bit more olive oil. So we will blend this together. All right, we mixed our olive oil, salt, and flour for about 10 seconds. Now we will add our water and yeast mixture. Maybe give it a little stir to get the yeast from the bottom. Pour that in, and now we will mix that for a few seconds. We mixed our dough for about 10 seconds longer, and now we have a wet looking mix of dough. We are going to scrape the sides and turn it into a bit of the shape of a ball, and then you're going to pour 1 or 2 tablespoons of olive oil over your dough like this. Just pour it on there, and now you're going to cover the bowl with a towel and let rise for about 1 hour. Hi, we have let our dough rise quite a while, about 1.5 hours or 2 hours, and we actually took half of the dough and made a pizza earlier. This has been sitting in my refrigerator for 3 days, and I want to show you what it looks like and how you want to make a pizza out of this. So the dough that you made, you will divide in half. It makes 2 small pizzas. So this is half of the dough that you made, and this is how it looks. We're going to pour a little bit more olive oil on top so that our hands don't get sticky when we put it on the pan. So all we're doing here is smushing it down and getting it out of the bowl onto the pan. So that's all you do. And then you take your hands and simply push out the dough. You want to turn it into a circle if you can, but a rectangle works fine too. And just work the dough, stretch it out. It does want to squeeze back in, so you just keep working it until you get it to the size that you want. And it's starting to separate over here, but I'm not worried. I'll squish it back together and see if it'll stay. So you're squishing out your dough, and you shouldn't have to use a rolling pin or anything like that. You're just stretching it out until you get the thickness and until it stays in about a circle. So I am gonna call that good. And as for pizza sauce, I like to use Classico spaghetti sauce. I always have it on hand, and it tastes really good. You can also make your own spaghetti sauce, make your own pizza sauce, or buy your pizza sauce. But I like to just pour about 1/4 of a spaghetti sauce jar on there, and that will be our pizza sauce. And I will take a spoon and simply rub it around on there until it looks good. And any pizza topping at this point would be delicious. Sliced onions, olives, cooked sausage, whatever you have. But we like cheese pizzas in this household. So I am going to take approximately 2 cups of mozzarella cheese and just sprinkle that on the pizza. So right now my oven is preheating to 450 degrees, which is kind of hot, but you want to make sure to get the crust done, and that's why I believe we use such a hot temperature. So there is my pizza, and I am ready to bake. So I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you so much.